So the next one is apply a bucketing field on the position object. Create a bucket for open position. Thank you. Open positions and another for closed position. Right? Use the bucket field to summarize the report. I need to create a bucket field and the same field I need to use it for the summarize. Right? So here I'll go for a. So here, where is our? So I'll go to the report. Let's refresh. On which object we have to create a report? Position object. Which report type do I need to select it? Position. Do I need to select position or a different object? Positions, okay. Now let's say I'm going to add a few fields here. Educational requirement and hiring manager, functional area, job level, and then we have a maximum pay. Finally, I'm going to add a status. Filter criteria, all position, apply. Then, now I want to create a bucket field. How do I create a bucket field? Click on outline. Okay, is there any other way? What is the other way? App launcher. So you have to click on the field and then select the bucket this column. So you have a two ways. Either you can go to the outline and click on the columns. Add bucket column. Or else directly click on the field. Group by. Or else you can do that. Let's remove the group by here. Or else you can directly create the field status. Bucket this column. Now these are the values: new position, pending approval, open approval, closed field, closed not approved, closed, cancelled. These are the status pick list field values, right? Now I'm going to create here add bucket. So two buckets I need to add it. One is a open position, another one is closed one. So first I'm going to add here open position. Open position, click on it, add bucket. So in the position, I need to select the values. Now go here, check this new position, pending approval, open, and then move to open position. Now I have added the open position, 3 values. Similarly, I'm going to add one more bucket field, which is called as a closed position. Now I'll check here all values, close filtered and close field, close not approved, close cancelled. Move to the close position. And in case if there are anything which is a remaining, where should it go? So you can check this bucket remaining values as a other. Right? So I have created a two bucket fields, open position and the close position. If there are any remaining values are there, it will go to the other. Click on this apply. Let's say position status. So if I click on apply, there is a one more field gets attached here. Now I'll say group by this field. I'm not doing the group by status. I'm doing the group by the other field. What are the, I have created the field that I'm doing as a group. So position status, open position, and then I'll have a blank values. If there is a position is blank, then it will taken as a blank, right? Those are other. Those are other. Now, if there are any closed one, it will go to the closed. Click on a save, new position report. And then I'm going to choose the admin project folder. Click on save. Now I have created the report. Click on run, save and run. Click on save and run. Now it is going to show me the what are the bucket field I have created. On that bucket field, I have created a group by. So group by this field. Now here it says open position and the second one is other. If there are any closed ones are there, it is going to show the closed ones. Right? So open position has a 3 and these 3 has a status might be a new position or what are the other than closed, what are the open options are there, all the records are going to display here. Now let's say I'm going to the position object, go to the position object. In the position object, I'll change few of the fields here. Let's say apex. If the status is open approve, where it will show in the bucket open position or it will show in the position open position. Now click on these positions. Let me create a one record. Clone. Let's say we are creating the position that is called as a non-IT position. And when date everything is done, directly it is in the closed field. Now what are the closed field is there? Now where it is going to show? It is going to show in the closed position. Now if I refresh this, open position, 3 records, closed, 1 record, other, 1 record, because status is a blank. Status is blank. So it is, that's the reason it is showing in the other. Now let's go ahead and create a chart for this also. So we have a open position, these records, and closed. Show the values and show the percentage. Right, so this is how it is going to display. Click on save. Now we are done with that, and let's move on to the next one. Place summary and matrix report on the home page of the recruiting. So whatever so far we have created a report and reports which is called as a matrix report, and what are the summary report. Now which one we have created a matrix report? Which report is a matrix report out of this? This one or this one? This one?
Position matrix.
Position. This one. Which one we have created? Job application with a review report or new job application report or a new position report. Which one we have created? Matrix. Which one we have created? Is this matrix or different one? Let's change the name. Save and run. And summary report. Is this summary report or table report? Review records, summary report. Click on save. Now, the scenario is I need to place these reports on the home page. One summary report and one matrix report. Now go to the home page. How do I place the reports here?
Edit page.
Edit page. In the edit page, which option do I need to select it? Which option do I need to select? Which component do I need to select it here? Reports, I need to select it. So the component is the report. Now, once I have selected the report, how do I choose it? Which report do I wanted to display it? Here we have a report name. By default, it is taking the summary report. Let's use the summary report, and the other one is matrix report. If you want to add a few more, you can add it here. Let's say new position report. Click on save. And then activation. Assign as a auto default. Click on this and save. Now if I refresh, I could able to see. So the reports, right? So these are the reports. We can place it in the home page. So that's about the placing it, summary and matrix report on the home page of the recruitment app. This is completed, and also it is saying that place a position matrix report on the position record page. The first one is on the home and the second one is on the position record page. That means whatever the matrix report is there, if I go to the position object, right? If I go to the position object, if I open this record, here it should show the report related to the new position, whatever that we have created. So which one we have created? Let's say a new position report. So this is new position matrix. Now I wanted to add this. If I wanted to add this, how can I add it on the position record page? Edit. Click on the edit page. So after editing the page, which component do I need to choose it? Reports. And which report do I need to choose it? New position matrix. Click on save. Activate it, activate, assign or default, or else you can take a app default. App is recruiter app. Click on the next and save. Now if I go back, if I open the position object, it will be able to, what are the record I have opened, whether I open the non-IT position, whether I open the different position, every time it is going to display. Now it takes time to display. But you can add it, whether it is a home page or whether it is a particular object report, whatever is there, you can add it onto the record level. So you have a new position report. So which are the record I open? So position, if I open the Apex, it is going to show you the information about that particular report. Right? So that's about the second requirement. So we are done with step 47. Next, we are going to the step 48. Place all the reports on the dashboard and add the dashboard on the home page of the recruitment app. So now I'm going to create a dashboard. So click on here and then click on the dashboards. Now how do we create a dashboard? New dashboards. Now how many components can I add it on the dashboard? 20, 21.
20.
So here I'm going to add a new dashboard. Let's say recruiter app dashboard, and click on the select folder. All folders. I don't have it. So click on the new folder. Let's say admin dashboard. Click on save. And I'm selecting this, select the folder. And then create. Now here, how can I add the components, report components? I need to click on plus component. Now let's say I'm going to add this in the admin project. So I'll add this first one. You can choose it, which are the one you needed. So click on this. This is a summary report. Add another component, which is the second one. And I'm going to choose the donut. And plus component, I'll choose the sample new position report. Click on select. Add. So everything it will be adding into the left side. So you need to adjust it as per your page. You just need to add it. So like this, you can create a dashboard. Right? I'll just add a 3 and click on save. So once it is saved, I need to add it onto the home page. Now, how can I add it onto the home page? Edit page. Everyone is feeling sleepy because of chicken mutton. Voice is not coming. How do I know whether you had it or not? Especially whoever has had a chicken, they should shout. So I need to add a dashboard here. So once I select the dashboard, now dashboard on the home page and click on save. Now I'll go back to the home page. Now I can see the dashboard on the home page. Now this is the dashboard that we have created. So you have an option here, open separately, refresh button, subscribe, and then download option is also available. Right? So if you want to refresh this page, you can just directly click on this refresh. For the reports, you have an icon here, refresh icon. So that's about the step 48 requirement. Now let's move on to the next one. Now we have created the reports and dashboard. Now I need to export the data through any of the report created, whatever the reports that we have created. I want to export it and send it to the different teams. Now how can I export it? Mhm. Okay. Now, how do you create a dynamic dashboard? Somebody is asking. Now, how do you create a dynamic dashboard?
There is a checkbox.
I already explained in one of the session, in the interview session.
It's like sharing setting when the login user giving access to the some other user so that they also have the access to view.
What is dynamic dashboard?
As per the user, we can set the visibility of the dashboard. Like if I want to view the dashboard, if I want everyone to see the dashboard as my activity, I can set it off. Or if I want everybody to see the dashboard as the other user, I can give that user as the other user. Or else I can dynamically say that whoever opens the dashboard, they should see the data according to their security settings.
So dynamic dashboard is nothing but what is the difference between the dashboard and dynamic dashboard? Dashboard is whoever is the person is opened. It is by default open as a system mode. By default, it is a system mode. Dynamic dashboard is nothing but based on the viewer. Based on the viewer. Viewer in a sense, who is viewing this particular report or particular dashboard. Based on the viewer, if the viewer has a access on this, then it will show the data. Otherwise, it will not show the data. Dynamic dashboard is nothing but based on the viewer, it is going to display the data in dashboard. Now, how do you select here dynamic dashboard? Right? So dynamic dashboard, in a sense, I need to view it as a different user. Right now, I'm viewing as a admin. Right? Whatever the user is there, admin user, I am viewing this report as a admin. Now, let's say here, while creating it, you have a few options here. Let's click on this edit and go to the setting. Now, it says here, view dashboard as. View the dashboard as me. That means whatever the access that admin has it, just view it as it is. As another person is nothing but you view it as a different person. You view as a different person. Now, who is that different person? Choose that different person name here. Whoever opens the report, whoever opens the dashboard, I want to view as a admin user. So just say here another user. The dashboard viewer is nothing but whatever the dashboard is there. Let's give this the dashboard viewer and let the dashboard viewer choose whom they want. They view the dashboard as. Now select this, the third option, click on a save. So when you click on a third option, immediately click on the save button and just click on refresh. Right now I'm viewing as a admin. Right? If I click on a change, I have a flexibility, but I do not have a users here. Let me check integration user. Let me choose the integration user, click on apply. So what are the integration user has the access? As per that user, we will be seeing the dashboard. So based on the viewer information, whoever is viewing it, based on the viewer in data, what are the data access is there? Based on that, we will be able to see the dashboard, which is nothing but a dynamic dashboard. Is that clear, Tarun? Okay, so let's move on. Now here, export the data through any of the report that is created on top. Let's go to the reports.
I mean, real time, if we add more than 10 components, will it impact our performance?
If you go more component, usually yes, it will take time. And if you are displaying the dashboard on the home page, definitely it will.
Normally, what we do, like, the object level will display or?
No, object level we don't display. If client needs it, it's all based on the criteria. If client needs it, then we will do it. Otherwise, we don't do it. And the client will have a majorly, if we are creating the 10 or a 20 reports, maximum they will be looking at every day, 4 reports or a 5 reports. And monthly, they might be looking at 12 reports. Right, so they have a monthly how many reports we wanted to capture, or daily how much we wanted to capture. So those all things will be, they will be separating it. And especially they wanted to receive an email whenever there is a change on the report. So that's the scenario that they will go for it. But if as per the requirement, the client says that, you can go for it. Dashboards, you cannot make it private, Srivali. So dashboard does not have a private. If you create it, once you create a dashboard, and if you specify the folder as a private, that means it is for you only. But you cannot hide it from the something different user. You cannot hide it. So private dashboard is nothing but only you can see. Nobody can see. Now
From
let's
viewing others, can we protect dynamic dashboards? From dynamic dashboards for other person's view, we can see now, ma'am. So if we don't want to show the dashboard to others, there is any option I'm asking.
thank you. So if you want to complete that, do not want to show the dashboard, then better go with the private folder.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, so for exporting the data, so you click on this, every report you will see the export option. When you click on this export, it will ask you the two options, formatted report and details only. Now click on this formatted. If it is a formatted, you do not have an option to edit this. If it is a details only, you have an option to edit. Either you can choose the in the Excel format. If you want to go with a different option, you can use it. Usually by default, we will go with formatted report. Just click on a export. It will be downloaded on your system. So it's downloaded and open this. So you will have a job. What are the job? Report name is there, report name. And what is the criteria? How many fields are there here? Everything will be placed and it is giving them some confidential information at the bottom. Okay, if you go with other type, you will not be able to see that. So for example, I'm downloading this report. Let's click on this export. And if I select this details only, that means I do not want any copyright or anything. I do not need it. Just I need a details. Now click on this. It will open up the Excel sheet. And it will just give the information, details, that's it. It does not give additional information. What is the report name and when it was created, all those information it will not give. It's just information about the data. So that's about the exporting the data through any of the report created
Ma'am,
above. Yes,
if I want to show the charts, export the charts as well in the reports.
charts are linked to the reports, right? Now, the one which we have downloaded, it also has a chart. Right? You cannot download the chart separately. You cannot download the chart separately. You do not have an option to download the chart. You just have an option to export. When we are exporting it, it says that the data, it is focused on the data. It does not focus on the chart. So it will just export the data in the Excel format. It does not give the chart information. Now, you have a dashboard, you can download the dashboard. If you are placed into the, for example, on the home page. If you have a dashboard on the home page, you can download the dashboard from the home page. So you have a option here on top. Download option is there. If you download it, you will be able to see one screenshot kind of a page. So you will be able to see the dashboard that is downloaded.
Okay.
Now the next one is share the reports and dashboard with other users. Now, how do I share the reports? Forget about dashboard, but how do I share the report to other users? How do I share it to the other users? Also verify the access by logging in as a other user whom you have shared the report and dashboard. Now, how do you share the report? Sharing option. Click on this reports. Where do I have a share option?
Subscribe.
On the report level, we cannot share the reports. We have to always share the folders. You cannot share the particular report. You have an option to share the folder. So that is the reason in the real time also, whatever the reports you are creating for the client, you need to place it into the folder. And you need to share those reports folder to the other person. So that is the purpose of creating a folder. You cannot share the individual report. Let's right now here you have a share, but I do not have a other user. So let's go ahead and create a one user. How to create a user? How to create a user? How to create a user?
New user.
What all details I need to give? Let's check Nirali Mahata. And I'm going to take the Salesforce license and profile a system admin. Taking the valid email because I'm going to log in as this user. Creating the username nm@project.com. Asma, remember this email. I will ask you when I log in. Okay, now I have created it. Now I cannot see the login option here. What might be the problem? Login. Access policies. Now click on this enable and click on save. Now I will go back to the users. Now I can see the login option. What I'll do is I'll share the admin project. Click on this, share admin project to the. What is the person name? Nirali. I'm going to share with Nirali. Let's click on. Now, what is the option manage? I know view, I know edit, but what is manage? Sharing? Explain it more clearly. To whom? So this person will have a access to share other person also. If I give a view, this person is Nirali is able to view only the report. Edit is nothing but Nirali can edit the report. Manage is nothing but Nirali can also share with other person. Now click on here. Let's say click on edit, share. And then click on done. Now I'm going to log in as this user. On this, add more items. All. Let's click on the reports. Now, will this person is able to see the report? Admin project. Inside this admin project, whatever the reports we have created, everything can be seen by the Nirali. So sharing to the another person, same with the dashboard also. Dashboard you cannot share, but folder you can share. That means you need to create a dashboard and place it inside the folder and share the folder to the other person so that other person can see and modify it whatever they wanted. Now next one is a step 51. Now we are done with so far whatever we have created. Objects, fields, page layout, formula fields, record types, scripts, list views,
Reports and dashboards.
What else? Bucket fields, field dependency, compact layout, is that person. Cross filter object. That is search layout, yes. Tree tracking, history tracking. Then bucket fields. Global actions. Object specific actions. User. Dynamic dashboard, that is not a scenario. That is not the story. Because somebody asked, so I have to explain it. Total around 19 topics we have discussed in the admin. Okay. Now next we are going to move to the profile and permission sets. Now we are going to create a few profiles and we will log in as a user. That means I'll be assigning the profile to the user. Right, so I'll take a one user where I'll be placing it profile to that user. So this is the one profile recruiter. We will be creating the profile. Can I create a profile from scratch? We have to always clone it. Standard user profile. Now we have to create an object for this recruiter. I'll be giving the position create, read, edit, candidate create, read, edit, and job application create, read. And then review is create, read, edit. Job posting is create, read, edit, delete, view, and modify all. Somebody note down it. I needed this information. Employment website is create, read, edit, delete, view, and modify all. Right? So we need this information. Now I'll be creating the profile, which is called as a recruiter, and copy of the standard user profile. Now, why I'm taking the clone as a standard user profile? Why can't other profile? We have so many standard profiles out there. Why I did not take other profile? Only I took standard user profile.
Where the Salesforce defaultly given the standard default access 34 standard.
Maybe it has a less privileges, permissions, so that we can add,
Let privileges, yes.
so that we can add we can add to the on top of them. Anything they can-
Whenever we are creating the position, make sure you take the existing profile which has a less access. Right? So even if you make a single change in the system admin or anywhere if you make a changes, you are going to spend a lot of time in the profiles. Right? It is going to take your time like anything. So always take it. What are the standard and less privileges it has, then take that profile. Now let's go ahead and create it. Anybody taken the notes? Okay, so let's go ahead and take this. I'll create a profile. Let's go to the profiles. Setup. And search for a profile. On profiles. Now here we have a profiles and click on new. Now which profile do I need to take it? Existing. Standard user. And what is the profile name?
Recruiter.
Now click on this, save. Now, at the object level as well as the app level. Let's go down and go to the object. What are the objects?
Position.
Position.
Position, create.
Read. Edit.
Okay.
Candidate. Edit.
Job
Job application.
Job application.
Create. Read.
Okay.
Review.
Create, read, edit.
Edit.
Create.
Read,
edit.
Okay.
Job posting.
Job.
Job
View
posting.
and
Create.
modify.
Read.
Create,
edit.
edit, and modify on.
All the options.
All options.
Yes. Yes.
Create also.
There is one more
Create.
which has a all
Employment
Website.
employment, which has a view all.
Everything, ma'am.
Does
Create,
it have
edit.
a all options?
Yes, ma'am.
Create also.
Is it right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so along with the objects, also I need to give a application level access. Why you think? Why do I need to give a application level? This one, custom app settings, application level. What is the reason I'm saying I need
So
to give
these
a
objects we defined in the recruiter app.
recruiter app? So we have created a recruiter app, right? So this recruiter app does not, we have taken the profile from the standard user profile. So standard user profile does not have access to the custom applications. So we need to give additional access recruiter. Click on this cell. So this profile is created. Now creating this profile is completed. Fine. The next one is I'll be creating another profile, standard employee. This is also clone of standard user profile. Now why I did not take a clone of the existing profile? Like whatever we have.
We got some custom modifications we have done.
Right, so we have made a changes to the custom profile. So that's the reason we did not take the previous profile. So clone standard user profile, objects are position. Position I need to give a read. Feeling sleepy? Okay. Whoever is feeling sleepy, take some water. Position is read. So we need to give a read edit on the field level. I need to give a all the field actions, but except minimum and maximum pay, right? So let's go ahead and create it, which is a standard employee. Profiles. Click on new profile. What is the name? Standard. Standard employee. What are the objects I need to give access?
Position.
Only position. What level of access we should be giving it?
Read.
Now we have a record types on one of the object. Which object is that? Which object we have a record types?
Position.
So do we need to give a access at the record level, or we should not be giving the access?
Yes, we should.
So let's go to the record types. Page layout. And we have a record types. Which one we should be clicking on? Position is a custom object. So click on here view. What happens by default? Is it getting or not?
By default, we are getting technical position record type only.
Right. So whenever we give the read access, it is automatically getting the record type access. Now let's go to the fields. Let's select the fields. And what are the fields we need to exclude it?
Minimum pay and max.
Right. So for the position object, click on the edit. We have everything edit access, but we need to remove the maximum, minimum. Click on save. Fine. Step 52 is completed. Next, move on to the new permission set. Name is file manager. Now we need to create an object level position, create, read, edit. Candidate, we just need to give a read access, but field level SSN should not be there. Field level SSN should not be there. Job application, read, edit, write all the fields except the lookup field. What is the lookup field on the job application? What are the lookup fields we have? on the job application, position and candidate. Review should be having a create and read, edit access. Job posting, create, read, edit. And employment website, read access. Right? So these are the objects I will be giving the access. So right now we are going to create a permission set. Hiring manager. What is the difference between the profile and permission set?
Profile is the default level access which is given by the service. And for permission set is the extended functionality given on the top of profile to a particular user if it is.
Okay. You are saying something? So permission set name is hiring manager. And I'm not specifying the license here. Click on hiring manager. And object settings. Now, which object do we need to give? Standard. Object. Position object, by default it is a no access. Right, I'll go to the position object. Click on edit. Now, what is the access do I need to give? Create, read, edit. Let's give the record types as well. And how about the field level? All the fields should have access. Except okay, on the position object, we are going to give all the fields. In real time, the painful job is profile and permission set. Click on save, and the next one is candidate. So candidate, let's choose the here candidate. Candidates, what is the access we need?
Read and edit.
Read and
Edit.
and what are the fields?
All fields except SSN.
Okay, SSN we do not need it. Perfect. So let's click on save. What is the next one? Job, application. Read and edit. And how about the field level?
Well,
Okay.
read only, read only to look up fields.
Except the lookup fields, everything. What are the lookup fields here? Done. So that candidate. Okay, now click on save. What is the next one? Review. What is the access we need to give? Now, did you guys observe when I give a create option? What is the other option is getting enabled?
Read.
If I give a create, what is the other option it is getting enabled? read, it is getting enabled. Create, read, edit. And what about the field level? All. Now, in the permission set, why this one is a grayed out?
Farm field, memory, or related.
Formula field, it's read only field.
Default fields which are
Maybe that profile have the access already.
What is that, Naveen?
Maybe that profile already have access those options.
But how does the permission set know that profile is already having a access?
default fields created when we created by the last number.
But those already have a
Field.
access. Those are already have a access.
Those
I'm
object
asking you.
not having the access to that profile.
Let's take an example of candidate link. No, edit access is not there. Formula fields or read-only fields or default fields.
Candidate name.
Formula field.
So, if you have a formula fields, so formula fields cannot be edited, right? So by default, it should be removed edit access. Standard fields like a created by, last modified by, you cannot edit it. So that's the reason these are grayed out. So whatever is not edited by the user, those are Salesforce is automatically grayed out. Right? You need not to check again those options. Click on this save. Which one we have completed? Review. Next one is job posting. For job posting, how many object?
Leads.
Which object? Create.
Create, read, edit.
Now employment website. Only read access. In real time, don't do this kind of the confusions. Be clarity on it. So only read access, which is already there. Now click on that. So we have created the permission set. Now the next step is one more permission set we are going to create it, which is a step 4. Which is interviewer. One permission set is for the hiring manager, another permission setting for the interviewer. Because interviewer will have a different access level. Hiring manager will have a different access level. So both access is a different. So we should not combine it. So next one is interviewer. Objects, position is a read object, read access, and all the fields except the minimum pay and maximum pay. Candidate, read access. You need to give access to the all the fields except the SSN number. On job application, read access. Review, create, read, edit. Permission set, no, this is done. Now these are the actions. Now interviewer will have a access of position, candidate, job application, review. Only these objects will have a access to the interviewer. Click on the permission set. Click on new. And what is the permission set name? Click on this save. What are the access? Position.
Read.
Position, read access. And fields are except minimum pay, maximum pay.
Maximum.
Good that you are focusing. Now click on save. Non-technical. I did not click on your. Okay. Seems like you guys don't need a break. Everybody is alert. So position is done. Next one is which object?
Candidate.
Candidate object. And what is the level of access?
Read only.
Read. Permission set. Candidates. What is the access for the candidate?
Read.
And the field?
Except SSN number.
Except SSN number. Okay. Now let's give the access. Tab availability.
We need not give the access.
Okay. So let's see that. What will happen? Let's see that. And what is the next object? Job application. Next one is job application. What is the level of access?
Read.
Only read. Only read.
Yes, ma'am.
How about the field level?
All.
Now select everything here. Now click on it, save. Now next one is review. Did we complete review?
No.
Review object. And what is the level of access?
Create, read, edit.
Create, read, edit. Level of access. Click on save. Done? Anything? Huh? Last field. This is the last field.
Review number.
Edit access I have not given. Review number is editable field. Review number is editable field. Or editable field. Now we are done with creating the permission set. Now what we will be doing is I had created one user. Right? So that user has the system admin access right now. What I'll be doing is we have a couple of profile and permission set. Anybody noted what are the different profiles we have created and permission sets?
Recruiter and manager.
Recruiter and standard employee is the two profiles which we have created. Permission sets, hiring manager,
As an interviewer.
Interview.
have created. So what I'll be doing is I'll first assign the profile to that user, log in as that user, and let's see what that user is able to access, perform it, what are the different activities that person can do it, everything we will be seeing it. Now, whatever this permission set is there, we will be assigning to the standard employee profile. Why I am applying to the only standard employee? Why not other recruiter?
In the recruiter, we have given some
options.
Recruiter, we have created a two
we are
profiles.
extending functionality to
So we have a two profiles, two permission set. But what is mentioned here is, what are the permission sets we have created? We need to assign it to the standard employee profile. Now, my question is, why not on the recruiter profile?
Hiring manager should be able to see everything.
So recruiter, what is the level of access we have given?
Recruiter already having all these options, this
So
access they
recruiter
have.
has every object access is available. So whatever they can do their work, they can do it without any permission set. But standard employee just two objects. That too we have given the read access. I did not give additional access, right? So in order to extend the access for the standard employee, for one time I'll be giving the hiring manager permission set, and also second time I'll be giving the interviewer. Now, when I give a hiring manager, what is the additional access is going to get it? The person is going to get, now first of all, let me show you the standard. That's the reason I told you guys to note down it. So standard employee has only the position. That is also read access. The standard employee does not have a access to any other object. Now, if I assign this permission set to the standard user, standard profile, what will happen? Only position. If I assign permission set, like how many objects I have? 6 objects are there, right? Now, out of these 6 objects, now if I'm assigning only one object to standard employee profile. Now, this profile I'll be assigning to the user. Now, additionally, I'll be assigning the permission set to the user. Now, what is the user is going to level of access? Which level of access the person is going to get it?
on these four
Object.
He can
Okay.
access.
How about the
the-
position? Sorry.
in the create and why we have given only read access on the here in the position that we are extended the functionality with the read, create and edit. So we can.
So he will be getting the person will be getting the additional access of create and edit. Because profile level, I already have a read access. So additionally, the user will be getting the creating a record as well as editing the record. Now, apart from that, candidate and job application review, job posting, everything will be given access. Now let's go ahead and log in as another user. Let me log in as another user. So I might have received an email for a user, Niradi. Now let's verify the account. Reset password. Now let's click on a save. What I'll do is I'll log in as this person in incognito. Let's right click on this, open incognito window. User is nm@project.com. Now I have entered the password. Click on save, login. Now incognito, I have logged in as another user.
What is the actual meaning of the problem?
Whatever the cashier is there, if you do not want to apply the cashier, start it from the fresh. Here I have already logged in.
Yes.
I logged in as whatever my admin is there, right? So project 1, 2, 3, I have already logged in. If I try to log in as another user, what will it will do? It will replace mine. Yes. Log out the previous one and log in the new one, right? So, but again, at the same time, I needed to Windows. No, I need to work on the same org, but I want to log in as two different users, not the instance, different users. If I want to work on a different users, this Chrome is already working as my credentials. Now, if I try to log in the same Chrome, already these credentials are there in the cache. So it does not work out. So open in the incognito so that you will be able to log in as a different user. Now here I have logged in as a Nirali, and here I have a admin project. Now if I go to the user, now I'm going to update the user profile. The first one will be, what is the profile? Profile. Recruiter. I'll be assigning the recruiter. Click on these users. And let's click on the edit. Now, right now, if you see, Nirali is having a complete access on the almost all the applications, because the access which we have given is system admin. Now, if you click on view all, you will be able to see all the applications. Right now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to update this profile from the system admin to recruiter. Click on save. Now user profile is updated. That means the user access is going to change. Before, the user has so many apps and every object the person is able to access. Now click on a refresh. Now at the recruiter level, what is the access on the position? Do I have a view all and modify all? No, only create, read, edit. Now if I go to the position, now I just have a new button. Now if I open all the positions, open this, do I have a access of delete? No, I cannot have a access of delete. But all the positions I can see. All the positions I can see. What is the reason all the positions I can see here? Read is fine. Profile level, read, create, edit. Right? I can see the read is nothing but I can see the data. Create is nothing but I can create a record. And I can edit a record. But why can I see, how can I see all the records in the position object?
In OW level, we have given public, no?
So in OWD, we have a public read write. So full access is there at the OWD level. So that's the reason this person is able to see all the reports. Now, recruiter should have a access on the position record. Now this person is able to create it, read it, edit, but not able to delete. How about on the candidate object? How about on the candidate object?
Create, read, edit.
Create, read, edit. Now if I open this one of the record, will I be able to delete the record? I cannot delete the record. Right? And am I able to see the sharing? We have a share option, right? So if I go here, feeling sleepy. Now here candidates are there. Now if I click on this record, and I can see here, right click, I have a option sharing, but I cannot see sharing option on the other user. Where is the other user is there, which we have applied it. I cannot see the sharing. Why I cannot see the sharing?
Sharing we can see only on the condition of whatever it is right.
Complete access.
So if you have a complete access, you all modify all, then only you will be able to share the report. Fine. So that's about the one user. Now we are done with testing the applying the recruiter. Now second thing is we will apply the second profile. What is the second profile? Standard employee. But I'm not changing the license. Did you guys observe? I'm not changing the license. I'm just changing the profile. That means I have created a profile, which is a copy of standard user. Standard user license is Salesforce is the license. That's the reason I need not to change the license here and then click on save. Now let's refresh. Click on this refresh button. Now what is happening here? What is the level of access for this profile? Standard employee. Position object. There are no other objects are there. Right? Only on the position object. That to what level of access? Read access. So I do not have an option to create a new record. I will not be able to see the new button here to create it. Now click on this Apex record. Will I be able to edit this? Will I be able to delete it? And if you see here, new report, the reports chart is not available because the running user does not have access to the field. Right? So if the user does not have access to the field level, then you will not be able to see the report. Fine. Now, after the break, we will see about the permission set testing.